Good morning, and welcome to your AIDailyPress morning podcast for March 15, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, the situation in the Middle East continues to unfold, with tensions between the U.S. and Iran remaining high. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has offered to share his country's expertise in intercepting Iranian drones with countries in the region, while Russian President Vladimir Putin is facing criticism for potentially sharing intelligence with Iran about U.S. forces. In other news, protests have erupted in Cuba as the island nation grapples with a deepening energy crisis. The unrest comes amid widespread discontent over steep food prices and persistent power cuts, which have been exacerbated by a prolonged U.S. oil blockade. Cuban President Miguel Díaz-Canel has acknowledged the protesters' complaints, but emphasized that violence will not be tolerated. And finally, global stocks took a nosedive yesterday as inflation fears resurfaced, sparked by a surge in crude oil prices. The Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 both suffered significant losses, with tech stocks leading the decline. However, chip stocks and AI infrastructure companies bucked the trend, while cryptocurrency-exposed stocks also rallied. These are just a few of the major stories making headlines today. We'll continue to provide updates on these developing stories as more information becomes available. I'm Walter, and that's the way it is. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then shall know what's right now. Firstly, the situation in the Middle East has taken a dire turn, with escalating violence and growing concerns about regional stability. The conflict has resulted in significant loss of life and widespread destruction, with multiple countries implicated in the crisis. Global leaders are urging all parties involved to exercise restraint and seek a peaceful resolution. In related news, Switzerland has refused 2 U.S. requests for overflights related to the current conflict in the region, citing its neutrality laws and international obligations. This decision reflects Switzerland's long-standing commitment to neutrality, which is crucial in maintaining diplomatic balance and ensuring humanitarian efforts can continue unimpeded. We've also been following the story of intense fighting in several areas, with civilians caught in the crossfire. The United Nations has issued a statement condemning the violence and urging all parties to respect international humanitarian law. As we move forward, it's essential to consider the complex geopolitical dynamics at play and appreciate the nuances of international law. We'll continue to monitor the situation closely and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. First, we took a journey through space with an article about the moon's phases and their significance. Next, we explored a thought-provoking installation at SXSW, an anti-Elon Musk vending machine that challenges us to think critically about the role of technology in our lives and the consequences of unchecked ambition. Finally, we delved into the world of finance with a discussion on the VanEck Preferred Securities X Financials ETF, highlighting its unique characteristics and the importance of data-driven perspectives in making informed investment decisions. These stories remind us that as we navigate the complexities of technology, innovation, and societal change, it's essential to prioritize critical thinking, empathy, and responsibility. Join us tomorrow for more insightful discussions on the AIDailyPress. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, Italy has made history by clinching their first ever FIFA World Cup title, defeating Brazil 3-2 in a thrilling final match that saw the Italians come from behind to win. This victory marks a significant milestone for Italian football and is a testament to the team's resilience and determination. In other news, we're looking at a potential game-changer in the world of sports ownership. NBA star Steph Curry has announced his investment in CT United, a soccer team in the MLS Next Pro League. This move not only addresses the lack of diversity in sports ownership, but also sends a powerful message about representation and inclusion. Lastly, College sports fans are abuzz with the Ohio State Buckeyes' stunning upset against top-seeded Michigan State in the Big Ten tournament. Despite being the underdogs, the Buckeyes managed to pull off a remarkable victory, securing their place in the championship game against the Michigan Wolverines. With key players returning next season, including Heisman finalist quarterback Julian Sayin and star wideout Jeremiah Smith, all eyes will be on Ohio State as they look to build upon this momentum and achieve greatness. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Currell.
Thank you, Howard. We begin with news from Europe, where Belarusian opposition figure Maria Kolesnikova has finally received the International Charlemagne Prize for her contributions to European unity. This prestigious award recognizes her bravery and determination in advocating for democratic rights and free elections in Belarus, despite facing years of imprisonment and hardship. In other news, we're shining a light on the complex issues of hate speech and discrimination on college campuses. The Florida Federation of College Republicans has disbanded a chapter at the University of Florida after allegations of anti-Semitic behavior, highlighting the need for vigilance and action to prevent such incidents from occurring. We must work towards creating inclusive and respectful environments where every student can thrive. Lastly, we're keeping an eye on developments in Europe, where France is holding municipal elections. We'll be monitoring the situation closely and providing updates as more information becomes available. We'll continue to bring you thoughtful and informed coverage of the stories that matter most. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. We've got a lot to dish about today, so grab your coffee and let's dive in. First up, the 96 Academy Awards are just around the corner, and we're expecting a big night for cinematic excellence. Will Sinners sweep the board, or will other contenders like Hamnet and Marty Supreme steal the show? We'll have to wait and see, but one thing's for sure, it's gonna be an unforgettable celebration of movies. In other news, ByteDance, the company behind TikTok, has suspended the global rollout of its new AI video generator, Cadence 2.0, due to copyright disputes with Hollywood studios and streamers. This raises some serious concerns about intellectual property and the potential for AI models to create fake or misleading content. It's a whole new level of deepfake territory, folks. And finally, we've got some celebrity drama brewing. Zach Braff, the star of Scrubs, has denied rumors that he's dating a chatbot. Yes, you read that right, a chatbot. By denying the rumors, Braff has actually made the story even bigger, and people are interpreting his choice of words as, well, intriguing. Should he have just let it go? Or was he right to speak out? Let us know in the comments. Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we looked at the heartbreaking story of Wisdom, the world's oldest known wild bird, a Laysan albatross who has welcomed a new grandchick to her family. This incredible bird, estimated to be over 70 years old, is a testament to the remarkable longevity and adaptability of these amazing creatures. Next, we explored the challenges faced by wildlife conservation efforts, as highlighted by the story of Wisdom's family. The Midway Atoll National Wildlife Refuge, where Wisdom raises her young, is a vital breeding ground for Laysan albatrosses, and is thanks to the hard work of conservationists and researchers that we can continue to learn from and marvel at these incredible birds. Lastly, we took a journey through time to explore the discovery of ancient rock paintings in a South African cave. The vibrant artwork of the San people depicts strange creatures from a bygone age, including a mysterious horned serpent panel that has sparked intense debate among scientists. This extraordinary find is a window into the past, reminding us of the importance of preserving our cultural heritage and protecting these fragile artworks for future generations. Tune in to our full episodes for more in-depth coverage of these stories and other fascinating topics from the world of nature and conservation. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AIDailyPress, the world's most unbiased news source.